The thoughts, views, and comments expressed by the hosts, guests, and callers on Beyond the Headlines are not necessarily those of management, ownership, or production unit of the Verizon Media Group. Beyond the Headlines is a production of ILTV Studios and cannot be reproduced or represented in part or entirety without express written permission of the Verizon Media Group. Beyond the Headlines is the intellectual property of the Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2021.
Coming up tonight, the JCNP pushing back against the government's Junkanoo authority, not just threatening, but making the decision to not show up on Bay on Boxing or New Year's Day. We have the latest for you. Also tonight, why all the controversy surrounding this new authority? Also coming up, did Renwood Wells leak a new video showing him canvassing Bamboo Town? We have the video for you. This as the Parliamentary Registrar Department ramps up voter registration. So, are you thinking what I'm thinking? Is election right around the corner? This is Beyond the Headlines. Good evening. I'm Shanique Miller. It's great to have you along this evening. Well, Junkanoo parades for the 2025-2026 Junkanoo season have all been suspended. All preparations have stopped as the JCNP says they will not be dictated to. This new position after groups were presented with a piece of legislation that would make way for the establishment of a Junkanoo authority. But tonight, officials from the JCNP are pushing back against the bill. Here's Laurencia Smith.
Should be made up with the B Junkanoo Group's leaders, the leaders from the senior groups, the people who've been in Junkanoo for 70 odd years, are not those like who come to take over for their own personal mindset.
In an interview with Eyewitness News during the cabinet break on Tuesday, Youth, Sports and Culture Minister Mario Bolag says the authority will operate as a quasi-government body, creating employment and bringing structure to Junkanoo as a serious industry.
Instead, empower an independent statutory authority that reflects the full diversity of the Junkanoo community across the Bahamas. We are trying to put a body in place that will oversee Junkanoo and raise Junkanoo to an international level of exposure and an economic impact that will benefit all Junkanooers.
And while the minister encourages the public to read the bill firsthand, online reaction remains split. One user wrote, "The government does not need to be in Junkanoo. Leave things as they are." Another suggests the move could monetize the festival, saying if the bill aims to make Junkanoo a profitable business, it's something that should have been done a long time ago. Janaea, this.
Meanwhile, in response to a cancellation of Junkanoo events, Bolag says that he reaffirmed that Junkanoo belongs to the Bahamian people.
The JCMP has no authority to cancel anything. They can, them and their membership, if they decide they don't want to practice, that's their business. That's what they want to do. That don't stop us from having consultation with this bill. We will continue consultation out the public and asking the public to give us their views, and from the other stakeholders in Junkanoo as we have been doing, and we will continue that process.
You know, no one is really disagreeing with progress. It's necessary. We all must move forward. I mean, we can't stay. Remember now, they moved from Russian in newspaper. Remember like years ago? I saw pictures. So Russian in newspaper, back and forth on Bay Street. Then obviously they moved to a bit of pacing and all this stuff. Then they're now where some people are angry and saying, this is too much like carnival, meaning then it evolved. So what the minister is perhaps proposing and what we will see when the debate unfolds is maybe this is a great thing. But Minister Bolag, I think you sound a bit combative. And the reason I say that is because I spoke with a member of the JCNP today, and they are adamant that, well, you go rush. You put on the costumes, you go pace your costume, find your groups, and go on Bay Street and rush, because they are not rushing. They feel as though they have been doing now for the past few decades a good enough job of managing Junkanoo. They don't quite understand or maybe have bought in as yet to what it is that this new bill and this new authority will do. And so they have many questions. Many feel as though this stems from the ongoing row between the Valley Boys. And they're saying, kick both out and let Junkanoo move forward. Well, we're going to get in right there this evening. Welcome to Beyond the Headlines. Contributors Candace, Peggy Candace and Garth Rosborough. Good evening to both of you. Welcome to Beyond the Headlines.
Good evening. Thank you for having me. Good evening, Mamas.
Cool night to everyone. Very cool night.
Listen, you want it to be cool, eh?
Yeah.
Listen, y'all, this is no game, though, and no joke. Junkanoo, remember that Washington Post, I think it was, article that said Junkanoo is like the #1 festival in the world. And so it's commendable that the government obviously want to move it towards that. I imagine that is what the whole goal is. So if they can recognize that, we do as well. It's just that Bahamians are the most stubborn people. They don't want you rushing and pushing them and all that, particularly in the middle of what's been playing out before our eyes for the last 2 seasons or so. Your thoughts on just what's happening right now?
Hi, good evening once again. Shanique, I agree with you. The minister sounds so combative, so aggressive. And the members of the committee, JCNP, their response was so immediate, canceling. And I think both parts need to just take it down a notch. Mm-hmm. Like you stated, this is beyond the Bahamas. This is a product that we are selling to the world. This is a festival that many come and take their vacation during the Christmas season to be a part of. And I'm one of them who believe that this arises from the fight with the two valleys. And that needed to be resolved. And I think the initial involvement of the government, the minister in particular, created a combative atmosphere. So I would encourage both parties to calm down. And if the minister wants to have consultation, it should begin with the Junkanoo community. Reach out to them.
But they've got to want to as well be receptive to it, you know. I say that because I was lucky for the member that spoke with me. The others ignore. You can't get anywhere with ignoring a call. Return it, respond, and say something. We are all adults here. Let's do adult things. You understand? If you want to say Mario Boleg in the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture, step aside, say that. But being quiet and going in the corner and sulking, that's not going to get it anywhere. And I'll tell you the truth, it's about time now that both Valley Boys have several seats. I mean, do something. Do something, because you are obviously now an obstacle. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, Shanique, I'm just looking at confusion in this particular situation. And what is saddening to me, and you notice I paused because I do believe there's a disconnect when it comes to the cultural value of Junkanoo. I do understand that it's an expensive investment for individuals and for groups. I do understand the laborious hours, nights in the shack until the wee hours of the morning. And we thank you for that. But the spirit, I want to talk about the spirit of Junkanoo is something that I'm not sensing here. The spirit of Junkanoo is a spirit of liberation, not of confrontation. And we need to now find a way to regain that strength that we had that no one else in the world possesses in this particular format. Junkanoo is the holy grail of the Bahamian year. It's something that we all look forward to, we all enjoy. I'm not sensing enjoyment here.
No.
I'm not sensing unity here. I'm not sensing March on Bahama land here.
No. And the thing is, you know, you can't let what's happening and maybe how you feel it's being handled stand in the way of progress. Remember now, this is the same Junkanoo community that's been calling for years for Junkanoo to move forward,
but progress,
for Junkanoo to really go to the world.
Progress cannot crucify, however, the cultural act within itself. This is something that's going to have to be done meticulously, very slowly and not forcefully. And so when you mention the whole spirit of confrontation, I stand with you, Shanique Miller. This is not the spirit at this particular time. We need negotiators, and that is one thing we're lacking in this country. We lack proper negotiation. We have to find out what the interests are of everybody, what are the real issues involved here. We have to explore all of our options. We have to look at all of the alternatives. We have to build a relationship. We have to communicate, and we do need to come to a commitment.
And that's on both sides, because I reached out
sides.
to the chairman of the JCNP, Dion Miller. Got no response. Come on, man.
It's back to
Come on,
relationship.
let's be adults.
The relationship is now broken, and that has to be
no,
repaired.
but it can't be broken. You should want to get your opinion out there so that the Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture fully understands you. I know you all sent out a news release. I know that, but who takes the time to read that fine print and as long as this? Who does that? The thing is, come, let's talk. You're not going to get anywhere unless there's communication and respectful communication. I speak, you listen. You speak, I listen.
And you know what's scary? You have so many other cultures that are residing in this country. And when you hear of things like Haitian Flag Day, look at the unity. You don't have this type of discourse, but now we're under threat against each other. We have to fix this because we are the issue.
Meanwhile, gentlemen, well, something looked like it's being attempted at being fixed and upgraded and modernized. The Parliamentary Registrar Department is said to be ramping up voters' registration as government contemplates introducing biometric voters' cards. It's a proposal which the Coalition of Independence leader Lincoln Bain says he welcomes. However, Bain is skeptical about government's ambitious plans to have the proposed proposal tabled in Parliament as early as Wednesday.
I think it's just a matter of progress. They're trying to go to plastic cards instead of the paper cards that they've been having. Everything is going to be digital on the card, and it's also going to have your biometric fingerprint and whatever biometric is on your passport is going to be on the card. I don't have a problem with that per se. We just need to know how the process is going to be done. There's some constitutional issues that go along with that, getting permission to take information from the passport over to the card, and the timeline on getting this done before election. And so that's really the main questions that we had. We need to make sure that no one who does not qualify for a card gets these cards, but it's the same thing with the paper voters card. And so we were waiting for them to send us the actual bill that they want to draft tomorrow. It seems that they're going to rush a bill through the House before the summer break in order to get this done. And so I just received that, and so I'm going to look through it, and then that will give me more information to make a decision on whether we support it or not.
You heard the plans to, I guess, modernize maybe it makes it a little more fall-proof. That's the word. Yeah. Just that people, when you show up to vote, it's the actual person and sort of just a little more sure. Your thoughts on the Parliamentary Registrar Department going in this direction?
Progress is always welcome. Progress is always good for this country. However, timing. We're about a year out of a general election, and Lincoln would use the keyword rush. We don't want anything rushed. Besides, Bahamians are not that accepting to changes. And so it have to be, they call the word consultation. You have to speak, you have to explain what it means. Some people are just 100% old school, even though we complain about the little flimsy purple card, to convince some others that moving to a plastic card and having your fingerprints is going to create questions and for some people a distrust. And so we have to not rush. Communicate. It was introduced in this morning paper. I read about it. I think we need to talk about it more, and the minister need to come out and really walk and talk Bahamians through this process.
Bahamians have to be the most special people on earth. I mean, you all like talking. You all like people that just hold your hand and say, "Here, see the food."
Some of us.
I'm blowing. Here, wait, I tell you, God, go ahead.
Well, I just want to know who's going to be watching the cookie jar in this situation. You have a card. It's going to go to some mainframe somewhere. Someone's going to be responsible for all the tallying. Who, we don't know. In terms of the traceable ballot, is it going to be traceable? Is it going to be untraceable? Will they know if Shanique has voted one particular color Maybe you voted a nice lavender or pink. I don't know what color that is. Or fuchsia. I think your color is fuchsia, eh? If you're going to vote for the fuchsia party, we don't know. This information needs to come to us. We need clarification. I'm a bit timid about it. Maybe I'm old-fashioned. Well, you know, we spoke in the past about stuffing the ballot boxes. Have you ever heard about that?
Well, but you take
And
these
so now they're
plastic cards to
trying.
stuff the box?
Well, they're trying to eliminate that, but they're also eliminating that once again. Who's watching the cookie jar? Who's going to be really counting
But
these
this is
votes?
what I was talking about.
You know, if you tell me that Shanique is going to be
Leave
counting
it,
the votes,
leave it, leave
what
it.
you mean leave it?
Junkanoo, leave Junkanoo, leave this.
Leave everything.
Leave everything. Let us go and complain. Because you see the people, listen, while most of Grand Bahama is exceptionally happy, there are some who say, well, Carnival don't want us hanging out in front of their way.
And we ain't getting no ride, no fee.
Hey, well,
no
guess
fee.
what, Shanique? I guarantee you, after the election, they're going to say, you know what? Through digitalization, someone cheated. That's just the way this country is.
Listen, I'll tell you this though: the Bahamas Constitution Party says don't count them out.
Who's that?
Who's
The
that?
Bahamas Constitution
Leader.
Party.
Okay.
As
okay. We remember
party leader Ali McIntosh says they are gearing up to prepare for a full slate of candidates for the
God.
upcoming general election. Now, the BCP was founded in 1999 and has contested every election since then, committing to being a viable option for the righteous governance. Servant leader McIntosh says they are not prepared to give up the fight come 2026. And so far, McIntosh revealed the party is looking to train 90 potential candidates within the first session, with the first session already completed. So that means they're already halfway towards that 90. And with talks of a possible chance or change rather to constituencies, McIntosh says they are prepared to make the adjustments when they do come about.
Constitution Party is now getting its machinery ready to prepare candidates to put forward. From this point up until the time of election, we are seeking to fill the slate in that regard. We are calling for persons across the board. When I say that, I mean who may have been with the PLP, with the FNM, the DNA, independents, so that we can unify a force towards taking the Bahamas back, towards reconstructing the Bahamas. I'm saying that because a lot of our institutions and the integrity, the constitutionality of these institutions have been eroded, which means the reconstruction of the nation is very important.
Well, Ali said, come one, come all. Peggy and Garth, your thoughts about the fact that, I don't know if they're trailing though, because she is still inviting people wherever. If you are disenfranchised, wherever you are, just somebody standing on the outside, come in. Perhaps the BCP is somewhere that you can land.
Ali is right on schedule. Right on schedule to show up and talk about she's in the race. Ali is right on schedule. For the last several election seasons, Ali pops up and then she disappears. So I'm following Ali. Following.
Oh, I know.
Well, Shanique, first of all, let's just commend Bahamians everywhere that truly want to enter into the democratic process. You have a right to run again, and of course, if you feel that God has called you, go right on ahead. There's always God. They always say it's God, okay? But here's where I stand, even with the BCP. I spoke to them privately. I spoke to a number of other groups privately. You know I'm a former leader for the People's National Coalition, and I've been advocating for some time now that you people in the third party, you need to stop it. If you want to build this country, you first have to show some cohesion between the third parties. If Lincoln Bain is in the forefront, COI, have you had a conversation with Mr. Lincoln Bain about how you can all work together? Even in the state of the Free National Movement right now that looks like a third party, and they do. They should now be having a conversation with Lincoln Bain, having a conversation with Ali McIntosh, having a conversation with Micklin Seymour, and there's about 10 others out there who woke up last night and said, Jesus just called into the election. You got to follow that spirit and work together. If there's no unity, this makes absolutely no sense. And so, Ali McIntosh, I hope you're listening to me tonight. My sister, go and seek counsel, go and seek God, and try to work together with those who call themselves third parties.
But that's how the Coalition of Independent, you hear the name? contradiction in itself. Coalition of individuals.
They were right.
Justin, you know you brought me on late. I have not gotten through half of this segment. Where are you going? He is back from vacation, and I tell you, it is just one thing after the next.
We're waiting for Bamboo Town, hey.
We're waiting for Bamboo Town, which we will obviously have to get to at another show. Because Renford Wells looked pretty good in his red as he campaigned.
He leaked that video.
The video had different leaked. I know you all saw it. We'll talk about
spitefulness.
it. We'll talk about it at another time.
What?
Beyond the Headlines is back right after this.
Cancer Treatment Centers of America is now City of Hope, creating one of the leading cancer care and research networks from coast to coast, providing more of what you need. More locations means more care closer to home. More specialists means more expertise. More research means more breakthroughs. More advancements means more treatment options. And more options means more hope. Call now to get more of the care you need.
Welcome to Blissful Escapes, where luxury meets affordability. Whether you're seeking relief from aches and pains or simply looking to indulge in some well-deserved pampering, relax and detox in our infrared sauna. Enjoy a soothing Swedish massage or an invigorating exfoliating body scrub. We also provide advanced facial treatments using cutting-edge technology, including hydrofacial, microneedling, and microcurrent therapies, located at the shops of Cable Beach Plaza.
Shop early to get your uniforms and get Janae's Uniform Center's buy 4 get 1 free sale. Pre-monogrammed and regular school shirts, dry fit and cotton polos, jumpers, skirts, boys long and short pants, PE shorts, underclothes, tights, socks, neckties, belts, sleeping mats, hair accessories and character work desk. Get 50% off backpacks, lunch bags and raincoats. Buy 4 school shirts, get 1 free. Buy 2 skirts, jumpers or pants, get the third 50% off. Need embroidery and monogramming done? Visit Janae's Uniform Center early. Beat the back to school rush. Janae's Chesapeake Road back to school special. Restrictions apply.
Pain hits fast, so get relief fast. Only Tylenol Rapid Release Gels have laser drilled holes. They release medicine fast for fast pain relief. And now, get max strength topical pain relief precisely where you need it with Tylenol Precise.
I can clean your teeth, but I can't wash your whole mouth.
Yes, we're toothbrushes, not mouth brushes.
Listerine works with brushing to deliver 5 times more cleaning power, plus it contains clinically proven essential oils.
For whole mouth health, Listerine. Wash your mouth.
At the Water and Sewage Corporation, safety and convenience are our top priorities. However, our meter readers face challenges that can make their job difficult. Locked gates to guard dogs sometimes leads to missed readings and estimated bills, which can be frustrating for you and us. That's why we're upgrading to digital meters. They bring safety, accuracy, and convenience to homes across the Bahamas. We can streamline data collection, reduce on-site visits, and provide more accurate bills with no more estimates. Digital meters also help detect leaks early, saving you from costly bills and reducing water waste. Soon, a user-friendly app will let you track your water usage, manage bills, and stay informed, all at your fingertips. Over the next year, we're rolling out digital meters nationwide, transforming how we serve you with a safer and cost-efficient water supply. To learn about our digital meters, visit our website or call us today. And don't forget to update your information at any of our locations.
I feel good when you're wrapped up in my arms, dancing to a reggae song. Feel good, feel good. I feel good, 'cause your perfume isn't loud, and only I can talk about. Feel good, feel good. Feel like velvet rubbing over my skin. And when your hair...
If you enjoy watching Beyond the Headlines, take advantage of our exclusive offers with 4 15-minute interview segments at $1,200 and 20 30-second TV ads at $2,000. Contact 557-0258 or 557-0259 for more information. Go beyond with Beyond the Headlines.
This segment is brought to you by EV Motors Fleet Sales Division. For 2026 commercial vehicles, call 821-2403 today.
Welcome back to Beyond the Headlines. Well, in this segment, we're going to, of course, bring back our youth panelists, and they're going to kind of sort of focus in on what's trending. They feel that they will be the decision makers, first-time voters, and I guess people under 25, I don't know, but they'll be the decision makers, the ones who really will cast the deciding vote for who is elected. This is how they feel. We'll see about that, but certainly they are on the pulse of a lot of things that's happening, and I always like to bring them on from time to time just to hear what they're saying, what their thoughts are, how they're looking at some of the trending issues or the top stories of the day. And so welcome back to Beyond the Headlines to Fari Gibson and Aaron Jones. Gentlemen, good evening to both of you.
Good evening, Shanique.
Good evening, Shanique. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, it's good to have you both here, and thank you very much for being on. Let's just jump right in. I want to see, yes, good, awesome. Let's just jump right in I said, we'll talk about what's trending among you all. Of course, we know the season we're in. So I want to ask you all, what's trending now? Because things that maybe we may pay serious and strict attention to, you all may be focused in on something else.
Yeah, Shanique, first thing I want to talk about is the appointment of DJ Overdose as the cultural ambassador for the Bahamas. Shanique, this is something huge and exciting, not only for Bahamians, but for Bahamian young men. Because there's a stereotype, there's a stereotype that if you aren't doing something with the government, if you aren't doing something professional, and if your hair ain't cut, you ain't going nowhere.
That's true, because he has a long ponytail.
Ponytail.
I saw the video. So he has a long ponytail, a different kind of haircut. He dresses regular and decent, but he doesn't have a traditional career. So you all are saying, among you all, first-time voters and the young voting population, that's a major deal?
It is. It is a major deal for young Bahamians. Young Bahamians that do stuff that are not usually the things that their parents want to see. And it's not only a major accomplishment for the Bahamians, young people, but it's an accomplishment spiritually. Because with God before you, who can be against you? I mean, anything is possible. And it shows the young men that if you wanna make TikToks, if you wanna rap, you could still be a culture ambassador. So.
Shanique, definitely, I agree, and sometimes I go on Instagram and TikTok and whatever else, and I scroll a little fast. So when I saw the picture with the Prime Minister, and we'll call him OD, I just thought it was some kind of promotion in music or promotion in that kind of industry. When someone forwarded me the link again, I went back. And I said, wow, this young man has been appointed as an ambassador for the Bahamas. And I remember in COVID times, when you're locked in the house, you're bored. Overdose kind of carried the COVID era.
Oh, really? So what?
He did. He really carried it.
What are some of the things he did?
So he would do a lot of TikTok live. Like I say, you know where for us to go. We home, we locked inside. He would do multiple TikTok live streams. He was still dropping some small covers during COVID time. And a lot of Bahamians of the mindset, like Tafari said, that persons that are not in the industry of policy or government or economics and accounts, can't have a position that high. But I honestly applaud the current administration for making some kind of decision like this that puts young people on the forefront. Young people who are diverse in different areas, yes. different things. I find it awesome.
Well, that's good. I mean, but you see, what's so interesting is what's trending among you all and gets your attention. Obviously, it's so different than maybe what gets another person's attention, a mother, a father, So that's pretty interesting. I know you all were pretty excited as well about a program, again, sticking with young people getting their turn and not being left out and being told to toe the line, something called NAP.
Right, I need one.
What is it?
That was so
that's lame. Very.
I'll try to talk fast. If I say it's not too long in the show, I can try to condense it. NAP is the National Apprenticeship Program. I recently found out about it end of this year. And what it is giving Bahamian young people the spotlight to learn skills on the job site. So I did some research on it via Google and other platforms, and what it truly is, the current administration, the government, is paying young people. So they went through the process, they went through the application, and at this time they're going through soft skills training, and they're being equipped with the skills of regular math and English, and then they have a next phase. It's very planned out. I did a lot of research on it. They have a next phase that actually puts them on the job site. So the different areas, construction, maritime. What I like about NAP is the ability of putting supplying, really. We have many jobs and many businesses that we see internationalists take over the roles of these things. We don't have a lot of construction workers. We don't have a multitude of persons interested in marine sciences and marine architecture and stuff like that. So I find this, like I said, as it relates to youth, is a publishing of youth. I find that they're investing in young people, and not only investing in young people, but they're also investing in the economy. After they finish this program and finish these months of work and education and training, they can come and support our workforce. They can support our systems. They can keep it in the Bahamas.
Yeah, Shanique, I agree with Aaron. And not only NAP, you also have the National Youth Guard. These organizations.
These are the things that are trending among your set, really? These are the stuff you're actually talking about and paying attention to?
Maybe I'm boring, but
maybe I'm boring. I'm just saying, this is what I focus on. This is what I like. Because this is helping the economy. Because when young people graduate school, the first thing they say they're going to do is go get a government job. And me and Aaron spoke about this. This is the stigma for Bahamians. Go graduate school, go and get a government job. But Shanique, the government is training young people to go out there and explore their own options, explore everything. And it ties back into the situation with DJ Overdose. The government is helping young people explore options to help our economy.
I've heard a bit about him, that he is really a major deal internationally.
Yes, he really
not just here. He's doing incredibly well. So I imagine, again, that really got your attention, because when you both told me, as a pre-interview, I'm like, listen, okay, what's trending? What is the first time voter paying attention to? Are you all interested in I don't know, immigration, this, that, the next, and all the rest of that? Y'all were like, no, Shanique, well, yeah, but not quite. And I'm like, well, what is it? And when y'all said that, I'm like, okay, I just heard about it yesterday in the newsroom.
Right.
But what about that gets your attention? But listen, you all see what's happening in Junkanoo. And you see the standoff in Junkanoo that's now happened again. The JCNP is saying they will not go to Bay. And they if you know Junkanooers, you know that they stand on that. Your thoughts on just this row, whatever these tensions are, this vexness in between the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture and the JCNP, and then everything else in between.
Shanique, let me get there for you and touch it. Shanique, this is it. I love Junkanoo. I am the biggest fan. I love Junkanoo. And so to see all this going on and to see them say that they're not going to rush, it's really disheartening to see how two organizations in the same country can have odds with each other. Shanique, this shows the disconnection between Bahamians and Bahamian organizations. What we need to do is put our differences aside and let's agree and let's work it out. Because this is the smallest things can create the biggest problem, Shanique. So for all Bahamians who are in love with Junkanoo, I'm sure all of us are upset. And I could never say why the JCNP decided to cancel Junkanoo. They know their reasons, and the Ministry of Sports and Culture know their reasons why. Let's get together, let's talk this out.
Shanique, before I forget, the JCNP is an organization. Like, I agree, I love Junkanoo, I love the culture of it. But the JCNP can sometimes be seen, not only to me, but I'm sure a few others, as an organization where it has to specifically be their way, or it's the highway. Now, I applaud that passion, because that shows some passion. They really care about Junkanoo, they care about the spirit. But I posted something on one of my Facebook platforms that I was happy to go to Junkanoo. I was posting the tickets and stuff. Not tickets, sorry, that was Independence this year. There was that big question on, are we still having Junkanoo due to the weather? And I had so many messages from persons on family islands. And they was jokingly saying, when it could be our turn, when we getting that? And I read here in the press release from the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture, the statement says the government from day-to-day management of Junkanoo. So they're trying to exclude the government from that day-to-day operation and instead empower an independent authority that reflects the full diversity of the Junkanoo community across the Bahamas. When you think about Junkanoo, you have to think about different sectors like tourism. Tourists come here, annually, monthly, weekly, whatever it may be, and a part of our culture, a part of what attracts them to the Bahamas is tourism. On every Bahamas air ad and things in the airport, you see the big men, Junkanoo.
Yeah.
So this course that's happening as it relates to government management systems and the JCNP, I find it disheartening. We have to put whatever it is aside because we're thinking about our young people, we're thinking about our culture, we're thinking about the many Bahamians who put in hours. I mean, I leave the shack sometimes and go home and go to sleep and they still there making noise. My Grammy call them making noise.
Aaron can't dance.
Yes. No, I know what it is to be in the shack and put in those hours, be rehearsing in choreograph. I mean, it. Somebody made a joke. I don't. Excuse me.
Yes, I'd love to see you dance with Junkanoo.
You've never seen me. Stop. But the point is, Junkanoo is something that we are all so passionate about. We absolutely love. And again, we want it all to be sorted out. You gentlemen are right, and the JCNP does give off that sort of aura sometimes, my way or the highway. But also they are saying, listen, respect us as well. But everybody can't be pushing their chest out in the room. Yeah. You've got to come sit down around the table and respectfully speak with each other and come to an understanding. What are your thoughts about this whole the Valley Boys standoff?
I have some mixed views on that. Valley Boys, both of you, please don't kill me when I say this statement. I have some mixed views when it comes. I understand that the old are in a mindset that they do not want to be affected. And honestly, I respect that because they have a tradition, they have the policies that they want, and they're trying their best to implement that. Then you have the new Valley that's trying to go in a different direction. And honestly, my honest statement on that is, y'all could do whatever y'all want to do when you're home and behind your walls, but this is a statement of Bahamians. When we talk about our culture, when we talk about how tourists see the Bahamas, they see in a Junkanoo group that's supposed to be one group. Mm-hmm. They can't stick together, they're splitting up, and it's not only causing problems for their two groups now, but we can see that it definitely has an effect.
It's affecting the entire parade.
I agree.
And now it's spilled over. It's too much. It's gone on too long.
I agree.
I mean, you're stronger together. Make a choice, eh?
Yeah.
Choose who's best to move forward. If not, then put some names in a box, shake it up, pick one.
Just to piggyback off of what Aaron said, it's causing problems. Mommy and daddy fighting, now the children crying. This is a broken household. Valley 1 or 2, go tell it on the mountain. Come back together and let's have fun with Junkanoo.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, a beloved group, beloved. Very much. Certainly the group that I'm a part of. And so it's a beloved group. Again, so let's move forward. I know you all also, we spoke about that those statistics that came from the high schools as we wrap up, showing that young teenagers, high schoolers, most of them, I think 4 or 5, 1 out of 5 type thing, different statistics for different things, have attempted, thought of, taking self-harm. Your thoughts about where that stands as we are now in the summer break and preparing for a new school year ahead?
Yeah, Shanique, every time I speak about mental health, some people even get mad at me, and I always say this is a spiritual thing. This has something to do with spirituality. This has something to do with Christ. This is something spiritual. And I promise you, Shanique, until we get that something is trying to take away our children, the Bible says the devil comes to steal, kill, and destroy. And I promise you, once he the devil is trying to get his agenda across, and it's quite obvious that he's somewhere getting through because of these stats. Shanique, it's time for the church to arise and help our young people. Because I promise you, when the old dies, the new has to come in. And if the new can't be able to manage to what's here already, imagine where we're going to be when years to come for my children and other people's children. This is time for the Christian Council to rise up. This is time for these youth leaders and these churches to rise up and come together as one. There's so much discord in the churches that it's affecting the young people. Shanique, we go to church day by day and all we see in the church is older people. When are we going to start letting these youth progress to the front and take over our churches, take over our youth centers?
You all aren't in the front enough? What you think? People must
as in
people must move to the side and just allow you all. And this is why I like to hear their views, because they sometimes come across as very entitled, but they're going to the polls for the first time. Right. It's good to hear those thoughts. Right. But no, work your way, earn your way where you're trying to get.
Train up a child in the way he should go.
I absolutely agree.
When he gets old, he should not depart from it. We're not saying move out of the way and let the young people take over. We say train the young people. Some of these pastors will never move out of their seats, and that's why some churches are so empty. And you wonder why you have no young people in your churches. Some churches are stuck in the old ways, and until they start to get new and see the changes that happen in the world today, children will continue to try and commit suicide because the church can't see that the children need them.
Shanique, with those statistics, I looked at it, and I found it very, very disheartening. But I could also emphasize on Tafari's point and kind of publish that as well, that where's the Christian Council when it comes to things like this? Everything in the Bahamas cannot be a government issue. Everything in the Bahamas cannot be politics, PLP, F&M, COI. Everything can't be that. Sometimes it's about
I'm happy
finding...
you said that. Yeah. Bahamians must step up and be responsible.
Right.
And stop and just stop being so sloppy like pot cakes all over the place and doing what pot cakes do and move on.
Right.
You know what I mean? I mean, these are human beings you are creating, and yet you're leaving them to raise themselves, and what you see spawns all over.
And the thing is, I want to tie in the Ministry of Education and our teachers. Shanique, some of these teachers raise these young people. Some of these teachers are fathers better than the fathers in the home. Some of these teachers are mothers better than mothers in the home. And like I said, because I had teachers in my school who treated me like their child. So Shanique, when you have hard-working teachers that try every day with young people, it shows that the daddy need to step in. And that's quite obviously the Christian Council I'm talking about. So Shanique, the teachers can't be raising these children by themselves, and also the parents. So yeah.
Shanique, last thing with that, I believe that when it comes to crisis management or issue management in the Bahamas, I see that educators cannot think that their role is just to teach in the classroom. Educators in the Bahamas must not, and I pray that they don't have that mindset of only teaching. Educators now need to be a counselor as well. Not that that's in their job description, but while there are seminars on educators and managing family home life, they're in the classroom physically, but in their mind they have many things at home that plague them and come after their mentality.
Well, they too are in need of mental health check-ins. No, it's not. I tell you, I want to normalize that truly. I mean, it's in the best interest of all of us to regularly speak with someone. But I say that though because I interviewed a teachers union president recently, just a few weeks back. And she talked about the fact that, listen, there is a need for teachers to have access to mental health professionals because they too are stressed. They too feel as though, my God, this on their plates. And, I tell you, and again, as you all said, more is even being asked of them. Gentlemen, I thank you both. Looking forward to catching up with both of you. Certainly, of course, later on in the summer. And I always enjoy speaking with you.
I know.
Now, when we come back, we can shift gears. Is Shirley Caesar coming in town, guys?
Yes,
That's what's going on?
Yes.
Shirley Caesar's coming? Y'all remember that? Listen, y'all remember Shirley Caesar, right? Yes, well, she's coming in town, and I have two. Speaking of young men, I am surrounded tonight. Don't go anywhere. Stay exactly where you are. We're going to come back with more after this.
As we continue to develop the orange economy of the Bahamas and empower our artists and artisans, we as a government intend to show tangible support. We are therefore requesting our Bahamian artists and artisans to submit images of their handmade, authentically made Bahamian products and prices as we move to produce a live digital booklet with Bahamian-made works. With the creation of a live booklet, artisans can always submit new works to be included. It is our intent to use this book as a catalog for the purchase of items by all senior government officials for gifts, display items, and the like. Ministers, permanent secretaries, members of parliament, and ambassadors will be supporting our orange economy by the purchase of items and in sharing this book to the wider global creative community. We are committed to grow and expand the orange economy of the Bahamas.
Keisha, one thing with you ain't never have no money. I just sent Miko inside Wendy's just now because Wendy's having their summer promo. Just hot cash, girl. Yes, hot cash. But anyway, we did this one right now. We trying to win this $10,000. And even if you ain't win the $10,000, you can win $2,500 every week. Even if you don't get no ride, Keisha. Anyway, Keisha, I go on Miko Reach. Fine. All you gotta do is upgrade any combo between 1 to 12 to medium or large. And they get this new spicy chicken club sandwich. But I just sent Miko inside there for from June 24th to August 1st. You ain't getting the Wendy's, that's on you. But don't ask me for no money when I went.
Win a brand new 2026 GAC MPOW every week for 5 weeks. Every 10 reward points earns you 1 digital entry. The more entries you gain, the better your chances to win. 5 weeks, 5 cars. Will you be one of our lucky winners? Catch the keys today, only at Island Luck. Island Luck reminds you that it's only a game, so game responsibly.
So you want a space, but not just any space. You need something with a little more potential. So how about 1,000 square feet of room to play with? Superb audio and video production capability, digital LED wall, full lighting grid, and about 124 seats to accommodate a full studio audience with so many other features. Make us your home for your next concert, conference, and so much more. Honestly, the possibilities are endless. Here at ILTV Studios, we'd love to bring your next event to life. So what do you say? Do you want our space?
If you enjoy watching Beyond the Headlines, take advantage of our exclusive offers with 4 15-minute interview segments at $1,200 and 20 30-second TV ads at $2,000. Contact 557-0258 or 557-0259 for more information. Go beyond with Beyond the Headlines.
This segment is brought to you by EV Motors Fleet Sales Division. For 2026 commercial vehicles, call 821-2403 today.
Welcome back to Beyond the Headlines. Well, I know a lot of you jumped up when I said Shirley Caesar is coming to town, because if you didn't know, now you know. Of course, she is a veteran in gospel music, a favorite of so many people. I mean, crossing generations as well, and still quite popular nowadays. I wonder, like, how old is she now? And not that that matters, because I think she still performs with great energy and gives a wonderful performance when she comes and anywhere. We're going to jump into it, though. It's called Praise Break 2025, Praise Break 25. And I have the gentlemen who are leading that effort, bringing Shirley Caesar here to the Bahamas, and also here to answer some questions so that you are armed with the information that you need to get your tickets, ensure that you in the house and having a great time. Welcome to Beyond the Headlines, Reverend Joel Johnson and Ivan Thompson. Ivan Thomas.
Colin Christopher.
Colin.
Yeah, Ivan couldn't be here, so I had to stay in his stead.
I just like how you step right in right there. And I heard Shadi called you something else, but Colin Christopher. Colin, thank you very much for being here. It's good to have you here.
Thank you,
gentlemen. Let's just jump right in. This is super. Y'all are here to talk about somebody that every household in the Bahamas is quite familiar with. and has just fallen in love with for decades, really, Shirley Caesar. What is Praise Break 2025 or Praise Break 25?
Yeah, we're glad that you had us on here tonight, Shanika. We've been tuning in with you the whole time tonight, and I just want to comment and say I'm loving the passion that the Bahamian people are bringing when it relates to preserving the fabric of our Bahamian culture.
Yes.
Wherever area it is. Now, the church has entered the chat. Praise Break 25 has entered the chat, and we want to express that same passion in preserving the Christian values that are found in the preamble of our Constitution. We are a Christian nation. So when we get excited about things in entertainment and all of those things, we got to get excited about things like this. Shirley Caesar, August 9th. Praise Break 25 at the Nassau Cruise Port at the amphitheater. We are excited about that.
Awesome. You all went all the way with that.
All out.
That is super, Colin. Listen, that setting by itself is the draw. It's safe, it's wonderful, it's comfortable. In that amphitheater setup and style is amazing, and then the stage is super as well.
Yes. Yes.
You can't miss any of that.
Yeah. I love it. It's such a serene background, just a tranquil location.
It is beautiful because then there's the ocean right behind it. It's really super.
And we put a lot of thought into it. And when we think about the Bahamas and the entertainment industry today, we have A-listers coming in, whether it's the secular, we have A-listers coming in, whether it's, in the gospel industry. And we want to keep that momentum going. So Shirley Caesar, I don't think you can name a bigger name in gospel. And she's going to be sharing the stage with Bree Babineau all the way from Louisiana. She got a hit song, He's My Rock. And then Kevin Downswell all the way from Jamaica. And then, I don't know if you know.
have a whole lot of different genres of gospel music.
And let me tell you what I'm really excited about. This is Colin Christopher here. Every Christian in the country knows Colin Christopher to be an awesome praiser. I don't know if that's a word, but he's a praiser. Wow. That's what I see him doing. He is one of the local artists that's going to be taking the stage along with a myriad of other local artists. And we are excited to see our local artists perform. I want you to put some respect on our local artists' name. We're excited about that too.
Listen, we respect it. We respect Colin. Don't let it. And Colin also appears to be quite funny. I mean, so I know he's going to light up the stage. Colin, just tell people a bit more about you and your track record in gospel music and what you're going to be bringing to the stage on August 9th.
Well, thank you so much, Shanique, for having me here tonight. Well, I've been singing since the age of 6, so very, very young. My mom had me at weddings, funerals, National Arts Festival, every school event I was singing. So I've been doing this for quite some time. And now that I'm back from school, well, way back from school, from 2019, I've started to develop in my gospel music career, and to have this opportunity to be able to sing at this event with Shirley Caesar.
I was about to say, how awesome is that?
It's an amazing opportunity. When I got the call, I said, "Y'all looking for me?" it's an awesome opportunity. So I thank God for that platform to be able to share the gift that He's given me and to just worship with other worshipers that night.
Talk about both of you, how it's important for Bahamians, like you say, to return to those roots, those things that defined us. In fact, those things that kept us sane, and making better decisions and living better quality lives that we have kind of moved away from.
Yeah, anyone in ministry, you have a mandate to spread the gospel. We also have a mandate to unify the body of Christ, all right? And whatever catalyst we find to do just that, whether it's a crusade, whether it's a revival, a conference, or something as grand as Praise Break 25, the church, seeing that we share that mandate, we have to rally around and support these kind of things to make sure that we maintain that we are a Christian nation. We have to find ways to reach our young people. We have to find ways to kind of unite the different demographics and the different generations in the body of Christ. Like some of the young men said from the youth panel, there's kind of a disconnect between the older ones and the younger ones. But an artist like Shirley Caesar, who's been around for all of our lifetimes.
She's managed to kind of keep it all together.
She keeps us all together.
And remain current.
Like I said, my grandmother she is the biggest Shirley Caesar fan. And it's her birthday today, 93 birthday today.
That's amazing.
And she is excited.
Happy
Dr. Sylvia Bethel, and people always told her, you look just like Shirley Caesar. So she is very excited about this. And if you know Dr. Sylvia Bethel, you will say she does look like her. But she is just as excited as my 4-year-old daughter. So, my grandmother is going to be hearing something like Dear Mama or No Charge. and my daughter is going to be singing beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, hams. So everybody has something to relate to.
It's something there for everybody. Then, of course, there's going to be calling. Then there's going to be some reggae from Jamaica. Then there's going to be some other Bahamian artists doing some awesome things. A little bit of whatever your taste in gospel music is. Let's talk about, first of all, I already know where it is. It's an amazing site. There is strict security. How is parking going to be laid out? And also sort of just information that people would need to know who are going to be attending there on the wharf. Remember this where this is now. It's on the wharf, fenced in the amphitheater style sort of stage set up there out on the harbor.
Yeah, it's out on the water. I just love the view of that. But everything has been meticulously curated, down to the security, to the parking. Parking is not going to be an issue. We have actually partnered with a valet service who is going to make sure that there's ample parking for everybody. Everything is so organized. I believe that God is doing such a work, and the Holy Spirit has been a part of every meeting, every call, every letter that was sent out. God has been moving. I believe Praise Break 25 is going to be an awesome move from God. And I know, Shanique, you asked, what is Praise Break 25? And if anybody goes to an eccentric church, I should say, you know what a praise break is. It's that spontaneous moment in the service where the music goes up to another level, the spirit just moves, and anybody that is in that room is affected. If you have a praise break going on and someone is sitting down still like this, we got to check your pulse. And we believe that that is what's going to happen again. The spirit is going to move.
Yeah, so listen now, let's talk about hotels and nearby, because obviously you're expecting people to come over. This audience is quite far-reaching, and so people can be watching from anywhere. You want to give information also about hotel bookings?
Yeah, so, persons are booking tickets and coming in from Miami, from Georgia, from Jamaica, other parts in the Caribbean. So you want to get your tickets right away. I'll say that. But one of our partner hotels is Breezes. And I have a code on our page on Humble Child ENT on Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok. And you can scan that code if you're traveling and you need someplace to stay. You can get a special rate at Breezes. Can I speak about tickets?
Go ahead.
Just for a second.
Yes, of course.
And tickets are available right now, but they are going fast. I made a mistake about using my personal line for tickets. And so
you might as well continue. Put it out there.
So my number, 809-0222. We have group rates available. We have church youth group rates available because we also have, like I said, people like Bree Barbenew, Colin Christopher, who can really appeal to the young people. Youth groups are really wanting to come out to this, so we have those packages available, tables, skyboxes, the whole 9 yards.
Really awesome. Listen, now let's just talk about what's prohibited, because Bahamians, they won't come nice, bring their little food and all this fun. Like, what's prohibited? What can you not come beyond those fences, the fence there with?
I would say, when you come inside there, just remember that this church now, so don't bring no rum, don't bring some of those things. Listen, this is the church, and don't bring any weapons. They will not prosper. All right? But just come in and have a good time. We just want you to come in. We want you to be comfortable. Some of the seating, some of the areas are for standing. So if you want to bring your folding chair and come and sit on the lawn, we don't want to prohibit anybody. We want everybody to come and have a good time in the presence of God.
Can people volunteer now, become a vendor? Because it's a huge space. We know that, and that may just be an option.
Yeah, and some persons are just hearing about this event. Shanique, we've been planning this for months.
It's still it's still a minute until the night.
Yeah, we still have about 2.5 weeks, but the vendor opportunities have been occupied. I am terribly sorry about that because I get vendor calls every single day. Man. And some of the places are my favorite food places, so I hate to say, but it's already full. We have everything already locked down, so no more vendor opportunities. But
As
the one thing you can do.
This is a highly subscribed concert. It's basically sold out. There are few remaining tickets. Give that number again so people can get in. Because listen, we all look for somewhere that's wholesome, awesome, fulfilling, empowering to go, where you don't leave drained, but you actually leave empowered and inspired and recharged. Give the number again so people can get in, because as you heard, people are locked in tickets from the Caribbean, from the parts of the United States, and so please do tell us where. Give us the number again.
Yeah, we know how we go. We like to wait and try to enter in at the gate. I do not recommend that, although if those tickets are still available, we will let you in at the gate. But people are calling every day. Tickets are being bought. Let me tell you where you can get your tickets.
Good.
You can go to Kids Teen Closet in Marathon Mall, Catwalk Boutique on Robinson Road. You can go to One East Plaza if you live out east. You can go to ticketjunkies.com.
Where? Because there are several stores at One East Plaza. One East Plaza in just one spot.
Thank you for that, Shanique. Bahamas Odds and Ends. It's a party supply store at One East Plaza. Go inside there, tell them Reverend Joel sent you. They won't give you any discount, but just tell them that I sent you and go pick up your tickets. Or call my line, 809-0222.
For the mere fact that these dudes funny, you need to be at that concert. It's just going to take a load off. Like, for real. Like, just absolutely take a load off. Where can people follow for updates on this concert? Again, this is about like 2.5 weeks off, August 9th. An excellent surroundings and environment, really super. But where can they follow just to get updates and see when Shirley Caesar comes in, when the little video on the TikTok that you all will post on Facebook to say, listen, this is what's up. Where can they follow?
I've been speaking a lot, so I'm going to say another mouthful, and then I'm going to let Colin say something, right? So Humble Child ENT on Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok. You follow those pages and you will see some information about the event. One of the other things that I want to highlight is that we have been sponsored by a myriad of companies, but one of our sponsors gave us something that we are really excited about. Galilee College, who was our first sponsor, gave us, for this event, 2 full scholarships in their associate's degree program for business administration.
You all see that as well?
And
so
for
you
accounting.
Attend the concert, you can walk away with a scholarship.
Yeah, exactly.
This concert is loaded on every level. Go ahead.
So that's a life-changing, thing right there. So all you have to do, purchase your ticket, record a video, tag one of our pages, and say why you want the scholarship, why do you deserve it, why do you want to attend Praise Break 25. I want us to get excited about that. Shirley Caesar, Bree Barbenew, Kevin Downswell, the Nassau Cruise Port Amphitheater, August 9th. That's a Saturday, and that is right around the corner. But I want us to also get excited about our local artists, and we have one of them with us right here, Colin
Give
Christopher.
us something, Colin.
Has some music, all kind of things.
Give us something, Colin.
All right, so July 4th, I just came out with my very first Bahamian single. I know I've been doing music for a long time already, and I've just been doing contemporary music, but I finally came up with a Bahamian song. It's called Good to Me Medley. So it's a bit of a new twist on some old school songs. I got a hymn in there, and I got an old school song in there. A little bit of it. I will lift my hands in the sanctuary. For you are good. You're good to me. How I move my feet in the sanctuary. Ooh, for you are good. You're good to me. And you will definitely get that full song on August 9th.
Awesome, really. And you heard that right there. I mean, that takes you in there. Imagine that and so much more at the amphitheater out on the wharf there at the harbor. You all know the new area there, which is the whole Prince George Wharf area. Just really super. Fenced in, security, vendors are there. And so a time for the whole family to come and just be uplifted. And don't we need that? So that's just really, Reverend Joel, really super. Great event and great, listen, awesome to see Shirley Caesar as well. She still has all the energy. You think she can do the greens, beans, potatoes?
She will definitely perform that. People been asking.
It ain't Thanksgiving, but
as much as Bahamians like to eat, she better do
that same part right there. That somebody gonna come there with they little, peas and rice and that. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
But she still got the energy. We saw a video of her saying that she's coming to Nassau, go viral on social media. So she got the energy. She is ready. Shirley Caesar, August 9th at the Nassau Cruise Port Amphitheater. That's on a Saturday. Praise Break 25.
Praise Break 25. Guys, I could talk to you all once a week. I mean, moving forward. Let's think about something. We all just got that great energy, like my wonderful youth panel. Thank you both for being here. Really awesome. Again, Praise Break 25 at the amphitheater on August 9th. Made plans to be there. There are few remaining tickets, so don't waste time. Give Reverend Joel a call as soon as he comes off air and get your ticket secured for your family or friends. Great outing. I want to thank you all so much for tuning in this evening. At the top of tonight's show, of course, I had my Hot Topics panel, Peggy and Garth. In the middle, I had the youth first-time voters. Of course, they always are opinionated and have a lot to talk about. Good to have them here this evening. And then in this segment, I have Reverend Joel and Colin. Thank you both as well. And thank all of you for tuning in this evening. I look forward to seeing you right back here tomorrow evening for the entire Beyond the Headlines team. I'm Shanique Miller. Make it a great evening, everyone.